And if my friend is wrong, you got to check your friends. Yeah. I don't care if you don't like the guy she's dealing with. If she was wrong in that instance, you was wrong.
Right.
Yep. I know exactly.
Go ahead, because I know you were about to say.
You leaving him in the car.
That was wrong. In the car on the first episode. You trying to get that man in the car. As much as he get on my nerves, baby, you was wrong.
And I took my L.
And you had to say that.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all.
How you feel?
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all.
Black excellence at its finest. How that skin glows, she's a true diamond. With the world at her back, she's still smiling. Never let that crown till she stays thriving.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all.
Keep it real.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Is that really it though?
Hey, welcome, y'all, to That's It, That's All. I got my girls here today. We have Nakieta, a.k.a. Nikita, a.k.a. Nikki, a.k.a. I ain't gonna tell her, she gonna get mad. We have over here Bree, Pretty Bree, a.k.a. Brianna DeWitt, a.k.a. top model of the world. We got Ellen over here, a.k.a. Elenisha, a.k.a. Zaddy. You know, Zaddy.
She's Zaddy for sure.
I just wanted to bring my girls on the show today and talk about sisterhood. You know, we're all blessed to have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friendships. And sometimes we don't realize that, you know, the importance of having female relationships. So that's what I want to talk about today. But before we do that, I just want to say cheers, ladies. Cheers, bitches. Cheers, bitches. Give me a chance. Cheers to water. Cheers to her water, her non-drinking ass.
You ain't supposed to be doing that, but we're going to do it anyway. It's okay.
We're going to do it. It's fine. I'm going to shoot this first question over to Ellen, a.k.a. Elenisha.
Okay, I'm ready.
How has having a sisterhood shaped you?
Well, I grew up with all brothers, so y'all my first hood of sisters. And
Hood of sisters. Gang.
But no, I really, y'all know when we was in Houston, I had a moment. So
Baby.
I really love y'all. Like, I think,
Oh, I was crying.
yes,
Like
I
a
did
little
have a
baby.
moment.
Why the hell crying?
Okay,
always
so
cry.
long story short, I had a moment. We was in the club, a whole bunch of beautiful black people, see my girls having fun, Bree shaking her little cowboy hat. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really love these hoes. Like, I really love y'all. And I started crying. So I think that sisterhood has shaped me in being able to, like, fully trust women, you know, and not feel like we competition, because growing up with boys, that's all it is. It's just competition. It's who gonna get downstairs the fastest, who gonna finish their food the fastest, who gonna get beat up and not cry, all that stuff. So
Is that why you always taking the luggage?
I'm
that
real.
makes sense.
I'm real like that.
That makes sense. I'm like, why you getting the luggage? But I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. That's dope. I mean, I feel like for me, I've just always been like a person on my own drum. Like, you know, I was complaining like I'm lonely, I don't got no friends and stuff like that. And maybe I push people away because I've always been, I guess in my family, I've always been very independent. And it got to a point, I want to say it might have been like the top of 2019. I looked around me, like all my friends were gay males, like all of them. I mean, I had a few pockets of like female friends, but to have a group of friends, it was non-existent. And I was just like, I can't really talk to them. I mean, we can girl all day, all day, you know, girl all day,
stuff,
kiki all the time. But it's a difference when you have females that you can actually relate to on certain things, whether it's our bodies, you know, relationships, what we going through. So like, I feel like sisterhood has shaped me to realize that like sometimes I need another woman to look back at me and say, I've been there before. You know, you don't have to do this by yourself. Yes, I will get you a pad. Yes, I will get you a tampon. Yes, this nigga's stupid. Like, you know,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize how much I needed. Okay, that too.
Check
That
your
too.
friends too. Like, baby, you
Yes,
be
that
a little
mirror
stupid
too.
right now.
How about you, Bree?
Kind of the same thing as Ellen. I have 3 brothers, so I didn't have any sisters growing up. The girls that grew up with, I'm still friends with them to this day. The women that are in my life, I chose wisely and kept them close. We definitely are still very tight. And then when I moved to LA, I met you beautiful ladies and haven't really deviated from that friend group either. I definitely am like a loyal type of person to women. I don't like to have a big circle of women, so to speak. And I've been blessed to not actually have a lot of issues with women as far as friendships are concerned. I'm just very close and very loyal to the ones that I do have, and I love y'all to death, and I wouldn't trade y'all for the world. I got to choose my sisters in my life.
That's
and
very
and
important.
and I'm grateful for that.
That's very important. Nikki, what's up? What's up with you? How does sisterhood shaped you?
Whistle. Hello.
Ooh, what's up?
I'm an only child. Gang, gang, just me. Don't have much family. Gang, gang, just me. It definitely keeps you accountable, especially if you're not aware. Like, you're not trying to be away, but you don't know if you're being away. If someone's not from the outside looking in to tell you, hey, this is something. It doesn't always have to be bad, just something you can be aware of and possibly change. Especially if you are stuck in ways, you can come out of ways. If you're kind of not afraid, but usually not used to being away, you can become more comfortable with being a certain way with certain people. Definitely also just being human, to be yourself with anything, your ups, your downs, your roughs, your goods, your crazies. Those people that will literally still accept you through those moments is the important part of sisterhood, because you have certain people that will not accept that of you. You can't tell people those things. Those are the moments, those uncomfortable moments, those crazy moments where you like, girl, and they still fuck with you. We gonna laugh at you. We gonna
laugh. You ain't gonna laugh
We
you
gonna
out.
kiki.
We gonna laugh you out.
Whether
That's
you in the
for
room or
sure.
not, we still gonna kiki
That's
about
for sure.
you.
That's for sure.
But it's all love. Yeah, the group chat be lit.
It's like, what you do that for?
But it's still like, it's out of love. It's not out of judging you. It's not out of not liking you. It's out of love. And that is the important part of sisterhood. That will shape you out of anything, to be comfortable, to be like, I can be human. I can do these things. And these people are still here. Because some people, they don't last. And a lot of people who have friends in LA, they don't last.
They do not last.
They can't keep a phone number. They won't stop answering texts. They'll come out of nowhere months later like, sorry. You're like, eh.
Like,
and it's
bye.
like
Bye, Roach.
communication is trash.
Yes.
You can't be 100% honest or just real about how you feel. If you do have a problem, you can't say, hey, you did this make me feel away. It's bickering and woo woo. And it's just like, you're not friends no more. But sisterhood is like, we can get through those moments and we're still here. Even if we need time, I'm still here. You can still call me. I could bop you in the head, mollywop you tomorrow. And if you need 500
You ain't
tomorrow, I'm
mollymopping
gonna send it
me.
to you. Here, bitch.
We might need some time
Here,
after
bitch,
that.
take it. Even though I'm still mad at you, I still got you.
I was like, it's
That's
so funny.
sisterhood.
It's so
That's
funny
what's
because,
sisterhood.
like, from the outside in, like, we argue and we bicker.
We
and I'm
do,
just
but I
like,
was
in
people be
Houston,
like,
People be like, are they about to fight? I'm
I was just like, no, it'll never
it's
get to the
never
point
gonna
where it's
get to
gonna be
that point.
physical. If it get physical, then we know there's something else
something
else
else.
going on. It's not
Which
what we
is
talking
also
about.
why talking about things, because people will let things build up and not say things,
not
not say
here.
things, which I'm learning to do, because I do that a lot. I don't really say too much of things about people do. But if you let it build up and build up and build up, and you have all this anger, it can get to that.
Speaking
because
of that,
you don't
wait,
say
don't
something.
jump so high, because that's gonna be my next question. How do you go about getting over conflict within females? Because I realize, like you said, people will be here today and be going tomorrow over something like, you took the cheese off my sandwich and I asked for it, like something crazy like that. So, like, how do you typically go about, resolving those issues?
I personally feel like it comes down initially to the foundation that you have with that friend in general. If that wasn't strong to begin with, anything will disrupt that. And how you actually feel about that person. There was actually on Twitter, there was a thread going on about what girls went through with their women friends. Crazy, the stuff that I was reading. I said, I have never gone through that with a
Like
woman
what?
in my
What was the
life.
craziest thing?
I
you
mean,
read?
it was just stuff like the girls sleeping with their boyfriends.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Just being jealous and just like stealing their stuff, stealing their money. Like just doing a lot of backhanded stuff. The thread was, it was insane. I can't even remember at the top of my head right now for some of the stuff, but I was just shocked at some of the stuff that I was reading. I said, I've never gone through that with any of my friends. Like, I just don't understand. And a lot of times because those girls were never their friends to begin with. The other person was jealous, didn't want to say it, and was just doing a lot of backhanded things to their friend, and the other girl just didn't realize it until it was like till it was too late. When I look at you guys, I don't see competition. I see like, how are we gonna get this money together? How are we gonna do this
How we gonna
together?
do
How are
this?
we gonna always great together? If we all step out, we gonna make sure we all look good. Baby, I don't like that outfit. Can we find you something else like we did in Houston? We all help each
back.
other. Baby, we figured
You
it
need to
out.
look
By day
changed.
3, I was struggling. I was like, okay, I need some outfits.
It's okay. And I had a whole
You need to
suitcase.
look changed,
Casey had a
okay?
suitcase full of outfits. I had a suitcase full of outfits. We gonna find you
We
something
gonna
to wear.
find you something to wear.
But
No.
other friends will be like, oh, she look a mess, and I'm gonna let her look a mess.
I'm
'cause
gonna
I
let
wanna
her look
the
a mess.
best.
Let me tell
No,
you
I
something.
never do that.
Let me tell you something. One of my my rule of thumb that got to do with just friends or relationships in general. I go by the saying, I need to know you're not going to let me walk around with lipstick on my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And that really goes for everything. It's literally a metaphor for life. It's like, are you going to let me walk around knowing I got a smudge of lipstick on my teeth? And that can be me fumbling the bag. That can be, me handling some relationship wrong, or me just being wrong in general. Like, if you're my friend, I feel like Nikki said, like, having those hard conversations with me, knowing that it's going to come for love, and understanding that, yes, this might get on my nerves right now, but for me to understand what our relationship actually is me going to come around and say, you know what? She's saying this to me for a reason.
Yeah.
This is not necessarily, it may hurt my feelings now, but I did this. I did do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
it just also depends on the person,
what I was
because
about
you
to say,
also
yeah.
have to make yourself comfortable to talk to. Because even though I can understand you're angry, if I'm saying something to you and I'm here, but you're here and I have to keep meeting you and my anxiety is going up, that's not what it should be. So if I'm here, stay here. I understand we can get a little riled up, but at the same time, don't. If I'm talking to you and you're yelling at me, naturally I'm going to start getting defensive. I'm going to shut down. Now we're talking over each other and we're not having a conversation.
Yeah.
So it also depends on, it's not really what you say, but it's how you
you
say
say
it.
it,
And if
yeah.
I'm being calm and talking to you normal and you're hollering at me, I'm naturally going to shut down. And I feel like if I feel like I can't talk to you, I can still be friends with you. I'm just going to distance myself to be like, well, if I feel like I can't say certain things to you and there's an issue, I can't be around you like that.
Yeah.
I can only do so much with you. So that's also a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like what you said, because realistically speaking, I don't think that we have had conflicts because we are so like transparent. And it's like, look, I ain't like what you said. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Keep it moving. We've had instances in our friend group where shit has popped off, of course. And we be like, look, we're going to have to track this down. We're going to have to, yes, we have. We have had instances. Yes, you were. We have had instances in our friend group.
Because for us, it's just real quick compared to
Some
other
people
friends.
dwell on it.
I'm like,
Well,
I need
yeah.
to
It'd be
What
2-3
happened?
weeks. They
Yeah.
still want it. Us literally
But
is
it's
5
quick.
seconds.
It's 5
Yeah.
seconds. It's like it happened.
Yeah.
Boom. We on to the next.
Yeah,
but
but I
some
mean,
people
'cause just like-
internalize it.
Yeah, because just like what happened with me and Casey, like in Houston, it was just very quick. Hey, you didn't say this was okay. I said it was okay. And we
I honestly
squashed
didn't
it.
know it was a problem until
But
you
it
had
wa-
brought it up twice now.
No, but because I want to always be like, I always want to be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right,
so
right, right,
if
right.
I'm doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable, I want you to be able to say that to me. And
Right.
I want to be able to say that to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So if we're in a situation where I've made you feel comfortable enough to do things, and then I haven't asked you if it's okay for me to do it, that's where I want to make sure that I'm being a good friend.
Yes,
You know what I'm
definitely. Got
saying?
definitely be clear about it, because we're so open. We just do things with each other or do things to each other because that's just the path. But it is okay to say this particular time it was not okay.
Exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? And that's
Yeah.
fine too. But
Mhm.
again, you have to communicate. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
was
Like,
just using it as an example because we were, talking about that whole situation. But most of the times, I think it's always got something to do with guys. When girls get into arguments or like their partners, it always got something to do with a dude or the person they're fucking. So I think that's when you got to show that tough love and be like, look, that might not be the best decision to make. And if
oh.
she's still moving, I love you, I forgive you, but
Conflict is a funny thing for me, because I don't not necessarily think that it revolves around conflict. I think that it revolves around people have different opinions, and certain people don't know how to handle a difference of opinion. So that's what I think it is. Like, for me, I've always been a person that I don't care. Like when I literally live by when I say I don't care, it's not that I don't care. It means that, like, this is not that deep. Like, you said what you said, I said what I said. And most of the time, people don't even listen to what you say.
because they waiting for the reply.
Right. They waiting for a reply, or they're interpreting something else. I'm like, you mad, and I just told you my answer. So we're going to keep running around because you think I'm
they
supposed to
respond to
change.
defend and not comprehend.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you think I'm supposed
That's a
to
good one.
change.
Defend and not comprehend.
Right.
I will say I was definitely one of those people as far as like sometimes I could get
Sometimes.
I have been working on it, baby. These last 2 years I've been working on it because
You
The
get hyped quick.
I would get hyped very quick. And now I'm like, okay, let me not do that. Let me check myself. Or if someone didn't agree with me, especially if it was something I was passionate about, I would be
It was
like,
worse?
here's facts, here's this, here's this.
It was worse?
Especially
Okay.
you
We're gonna be
clearly
good.
was there last
I'm
time.
joking.
I'm
I'm
gonna say
joking.
you
I'm
was there.
joking. I'm
baby.
joking. I'm
It was
joking.
worse.
I'm joking. I was there.
I got it together. I was like, you know what? Everybody ain't gotta agree with your ass.
Right.
Everybody don't have to agree with you, bitch.
But that's a good thing too.
And yeah, and that's what
it
I've
takes
done a
time,
lot.
and it takes
I've done
time.
a lot of self reflecting and a lot of accountability, which a lot of women have a problem with. It is hard. It is hard to swallow some of them pills, and I was like, no, Brianna, you got to do it because you've been going off on people. Like you've really been like wilding out, and I had to check myself. I mean, not even just it wasn't just my girls. It was like my cousin and the guy I was dating at the time, and it was just a lot. I was just going off on everybody, and I'm like, COVID could have had a played a part, but still, I still had to check myself though. I was like, it's still not okay.
So I want to pose another question off of that. How do you go to support your girlfriends knowing that it's dead ass wrong? Like it's really it's to the point where it's detrimental to you and everybody around you.
If a person gets to that point, I'm going to say something to them. I have to say something to them. But there are times where girls are dead wrong and their friends is like, it don't matter, especially when it comes to like relationships or something. They be like, well, fuck him. It's okay. It's okay. You must have had a reason why you'll do it. Again, women, accountability, they don't never want to take it. Baby, you got to. And if my friend is wrong, you got to check your friends.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if you don't like the guy she's dealing with. If she was wrong in that instance, you was wrong.
Right.
Yep.
I know that. Go ahead, because I know you're about to say you leaving him in the car.
You
that
left in the car on the first episode. You trying to leave that man in the car. As much as he get on my nerves, baby, you was wrong.
And I took my L.
And you had to take that L, baby. You was wrong. And y'all friends were like, nah, leave me in the car.
She came in here hot, like, no. I was like, Ellen, you was wrong.
You was wrong, baby. You was wrong.
But accountability is a thing, right? It's like, it really is a hard pill to swallow, especially when it's coming from, like you said, somebody that's supposed to be there. And I don't necessarily agree with ride or die. I hate ride or die. I hate that term because
doing that make my hair fall
ride or
out.
die make it like that term has like instilled people, especially in our community, like we down for whatever. And I'm not down for whatever. Like I don't want to be a part of certain things. Like we all have different walks of life where we all are different. Yes, we love each other and we have commonalities, but we are different. And there's certain shit that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
There's certain shit that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
There's certain shit that you don't want to do and won't do. You know what I mean? And because I will do it, doesn't mean you have to do it. And I feel sometimes that is the base of friendships. Oh, she didn't want to do this with me, or she couldn't do this for me, so she wasn't there for me. Like, no, like I'm still my own person.
Yeah, well, I think in the context of your question you asked, when I think of ride or die, I think of somebody who, if you fuck up today, I'm still gonna hit you up tomorrow and see how you doing. Like if you was crying, talking about I'm depressed and lonely, I'm gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna come make sure you good. If you sick, I'm gonna check on you. Despite maybe the argument that we had a week ago. Like I think of that. So maybe it's just more the loyalty part, like Bree said.
That's
it's
what
more
I
about
was
the
feeling
loyalty.
it was. I don't think it meant like specifically
Everything all the time.
But some people feel that way though. Like I've lost friendships because of people feeling like, oh, you not with me every second of the day. I'm like, dog, we not 12 years old. Like I got stuff to do. So like people's interpretation of that phrase gets blurry sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we are very lucky to have the girlfriends that we have.
So we're on the same page
even
with a
in
lot of
my
stuff.
other girl circles or my other friends, it's not like that. I do feel the competition. I do feel the jealousy. Although I love you, it's just certain people that I have to love from a distance because there are parts of them that I do love and I appreciate. And then I know that if I did call, if I need something, they would be there. But could I deal with you every day?
Well,
Could I go on a trip? Right? Could I go on a trip with you? No. Right.
Baby, we
You have your close friends and you have your friends where I kiki with you at that time and beyond that time I don't really. And then
The friends you party with, the friends you do stuff like that with, and
it
then
sets
your
itself in
acquaintances.
place.
Yeah.
It does.
It
does.
sets itself.
And I feel like our core group is solid. And I found y'all pretty early in my time here in LA, and I'm really grateful for that. Because I don't think if I hadn't found y'all, I would still be here.
Really? You was gonna go back? You gonna go back DC?
I don't know.
Where'd you
Because I didn't
go?
like it. I'll probably back home.
I liked
I
LA
love
before.
DC.
I liked LA before COVID.
Yeah, I
love
did.
LA
LA,
before
but
COVID.
I was only here a year before COVID.
LA was really fun before COVID. I don't know what happened to LA. Well, a lot of people did move away.
A lot of things
Yeah,
happen.
a lot
Social
of things.
media,
Right. It's just
People realized they had mental health
music,
issues. Like,
Yeah.
money,
shmoney.
music,
A lot of stuff
social media,
happened.
social media, social
These
media,
last 2 years,
music,
these last
everything.
It's been like 3 years almost now. Huh?
It's been like two
It's
and a half.
3 years.
Yeah.
Since COVID?
No, March,
yeah.
3 years.
20
Maybe 2020, March 2020.
2020.
It's been 3 years.
Oh, yeah,
Damn.
Wow, how time
Time
flies
is
when you're having
fun.
fun.
Shit,
And-
I want to have not.
COVID was rough.
COVID was the best thing that happened to me
COVID
personally.
was good for me.
I
mean,
from my bank account anyway.
There was
My
a
bank
lot of
account was
ups and
nice,
downs,
but
but it was good. So okay, so I guess my next question is, okay, we'll get some of the spicy stuff. Okay, what is one of the wildest things you've done with your girlfriends,
done with them or have they
or
done
whatever
to
you interpret the question to be?
Oh baby.
We had
Whatever
a
you
time
determine.
in Houston.
Well, we had a time
Recently. But I mean, something memorable. Something, I mean, you don't have to spill all the tea if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable spilling the tea. But more so, like, what's the most memorable moment you've had with your girlfriends? Like, it don't necessarily have to be us. Like, just like in general.
Of 2 years ago, my best friend growing up from 6th grade, she got married. That was like a nice. She was the first out of our group to transition into the different phase of life as marriage, and that was nice to see and beautiful. And it's like, oh, we're growing up, baby. I remember we were outside 6th grade on the bus stop, and you get married now. Like it's it's crazy. I love seeing those transitions, and of course like the group trips and stuff. Like I said, baby, Houston. We just celebrated my birthday last week.
Let's talk about Houston. Okay, let's talk about Houston. Let's be more specific.
Baby.
We just got back from Houston on the trip. It was Brianna's birthday, aka Breezy, aka Model to Don, aka Daddy Long Legs, whatever you want to call her. But what was
Daddy
your
Long
favorite? I literally call her Daddy Long Legs all the time. So, because you know when you walk in, Bree be like 5 steps ahead of you, and we strolling at the same pace. Like how? What was your most memorable moment from this past weekend?
The one that Ellen was saying, like when we were just in the club, everybody was just drinking, everybody was doing their own thing, like just dancing, just having a good time, everybody laughing and mingling with my other friends who lived in Houston. It was just like, it was just great. Like we were just all having a good, everything was just coming together. Like we were just dancing. Oh, and camp on Sunday. I just had a great time. Like camp on Sunday was lit.
That was about to be one of my favorite
That
moments.
was my favorite moment. I think at brunch.
No, my favorite
go
moment
to camp if you ever go to
specifically-
Houston. Baby,
specifically-
Sunday brunch.
Sunday
Make a
brunch.
reservation.
It's not even brunch though. Don't even throw the vibe out of brunch. It's a day party.
It's
a day party.
It's definitely a day
But
party.
the food is good.
Definitely a day party.
Oxtails and
I'm gonna
grits,
tell you
the
my favorite
catfish and
moment
grits.
is when Nikki took off her wig and swung it around like a helicopter, and we was like, geek, geek.
It was
'cause you know what I
hot,
mean?
though. It was
was
hot.
mad hot, but also too, that's what Black women do. This is what this is about. Black women do that. She had a whole look and had a whole
And when
other look
and when she
that
took
people
it off,
wasn't ready
they
for.
They thought that she about to got some braids under them.
No, she
baby,
said geek,
that
geek.
fresh cut was under that wig too, baby.
Icy. My friend was
Icy.
icy under there. She was icy.
They was like, oh, she fine without that
Oh, she
too.
fine.
Yes, she is.
Fine.
Right. Yes, she
and
is.
it's funny because I can't even say that like I had one memorable moment because me and my friends
too
we literally
many. It was
have
too many.
so many memorable
We
moments
turned that
because,
city out.
because all we do is laugh and all of us is a damn fool.
Okay,
Every
so-
single one of us is a damn fool. Like
So here's my memorable moment because I already mentioned the one about the club, but when I fed the cop the cupcake, that was
oh
pretty
my
Okay.
God, you did feed the copper girl.
Okay,
You did feed the
this
copper cupcake.
bitch is the. I don't even want to say the nigga whisperer because she get everybody. She pull men, women, cats, dogs. It don't matter. Like we're walking down the street. She's
Women's
eating
cats,
a cupcake.
dogs.
We're in the COVID season, okay? She's biting into this cupcake. The cop looks at her. She's like, "You want some? Bite it." And stares this man in his eyes. And this man bit her cupcake. A cop bit her cupcake. Don't know her from Adam and Eve. It don't matter who it is. She got a spell under these people. Man.
The cop did bite her cupcake. The cop did bite her cupcake.
And it's funny because if you see our crew, she's the mom of our crew.
I
So
am.
you
I'm
would
the
think
grandma.
She's the mom and daddy and grandma.
She
gets the
so you
whole-
would
she
think
gets all
that
of
she's
it.
the last person that will be the way that she is, baby. Don't let Ellen fool you.
That's Elenisha.
Elenisha.
Elenisha
And don't let
and
the grill
Zaddy.
don't have the grill in.
And Zaddy.
Baby.
That's Zaddy. How about you, Nikki? What's your most memorable moment?
I mean, all of it. You can't really just pick one. Like
I know,
honestly,
it was
there's no
hard.
specific moment to be like this. Everything played different roles for different times, different emotions. I can't just say this one right here.
Well, one favorite.
I can't
can't.
pick
Okay.
up everything.
It was
Played
fun.
its
That whole
part.
trip was fun. We gonna have to.
I think my favorite moment was when you drank some alcohol.
Oh,
'Cause she don't
you
drink.
a whole
she had a whole
drink.
cup.
She drank a
She had a
whole
whole-
drink.
because she don't drink. She don't drink. She the friend that got, we got to split her check off the bill because she getting a burger and Sprite. And that's okay. But when we saw her drinking a nice little frozen margarita joint, We was like, yes, Nikki, geek.
Get it.
That's the second time. That's the second drink that I seen her drink, and that one was Douce and pineapple.
Oh.
Those are
Like,
two. We got
yeah.
two. We got two under the belt. One of the things I love about Sisterhood is that they're your chosen family, right? I think the last episode we talked about family and chosen family. And one thing about the girls that you rock with, there's such a stigma about women not liking each other. And whole time we really do need each other.
Yeah.
Like we do, you know, despite you know the jadeness you may have, despite about the stories that you know you can't trust this woman because people will not, women will not bring their men around their female friends because of the stigma. You know, they will not do certain things around it, and it's sad because we do need it. We need each other.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say, Nick?
It depends on the person because also we are an open group and
What do you mean by open?
know
most
she mean.
girlfriends are not gonna be sexual with each other and can still act like it didn't happen and we kicking and we cool, or I'm not gonna share my man with my friend and
Yeah.
it almost act like it didn't happen and I'm just chilling here like it's cool. Most girls are not doing that. I can do that just fine. Bree can do that just fine. I feel like you could do that just fine. Possibly Casey can do that just fine. I feel like most of our friends were open to that and we're not blinking an eye to it. There's not jealousy of is anything better, worse. It's just we can do that.
Yeah, it was an
So,
experience. We shared
yeah.
it together.
Yeah.
So that's also we're a different type of women that most women are not can't even with each other as we've done that with each other and it's still just been like sometimes I forget. Not for like I forget. I did that. Like it's so normal while other people it's uncomfortable for them now.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
This is very
it's weird. Like
uncomfortable.
now there's these stipulations and I'm like, oh.
And then there's the other side of that when when you said like bring your girls around your man because you think that a lot of times they're with dudes who are already shady from the beginning, who are shicey from the beginning,
Right.
and you should have been with him from the beginning. So that happened to me with one of my friends, the nigga that I was with. I should not have been with in the first place, and I already knew how he
Who?
was. We ain't gonna, I'm not.
We don't gotta
I'm-
say his name, but
not gonna name names.
But when was this?
This was before I came to LA.
Okay.
back in DC.
That's what I meant.
Yes, back in DC, and like he was shady. Like he was trying to get with my friends behind my back, and it was just he was just
Why?
doing
You can
something.
get in with your friends in front of your back. Like
Well, I
They don't
wasn't
know.
as open then
Oh, okay.
at the time, but even if I was, he still would have tried to do it behind my back.
And they still do.
Because
They still do.
it doesn't
It's
matter.
weird. It's
And,
weird.
and here in LA, the man that I let, we had threesomes together doing stuff, was still doing stuff behind my back.
They will.
You give
It's
him, you
weird.
still.
Right.
I gave him an inch. I gave him the whole mile. He still wanted the extra 3 inches.
Right. The dude
You got it made.
Right,
What
the
are you
dude that I was
doing?
dating went a whole behind my back called you. I'm just kind of like they don't
Every
understand
time.
that.
Baby,
like,
that's my friend. I'm calling
my friend. ring ring
KC.
ring ring.
You know, you just hit me
Ring,
up.
ring.
You just told
But
me.
like what Nikki said though, Nikki said something really good about the fact that like we are different, and I'm not saying that there's just not other female crews or other sisterhoods like us.
It's
I
not
haven't
common.
seen it's not common.
not common.
And I
Haven't seen
think the reason why it's not as common is because there's so many insecurities that I think female friends put on other female friends. Like I
course.
told Bree one time, and this is not even on me, like you gotta be a secure kind of woman to be our friend.
For sure.
Like it's because we are all beautiful. We all got our own thing going on. We all beat to our own drum. And so with somebody that is not comfortable in themselves, they would not stand a chance.
In our
They
friendship,
would
yeah.
not stand a chance. And I think what makes that sad is because a lot of that has to do with outside influences. It has to do with what the media is portraying a woman should look like, should be like, you know what I mean? Like we love all women. You know, we see a big girl, we like, yes, girl, wear that. You know what I mean? Like we are those type of women that I think plays a good part in why we're so close is that we
uplift
really
each other.
celebrate.
Yeah.
We celebrate each other. We celebrate the fuck out of each other. And not a lot of women get that. And it's, it's saddened, but I really wish that, I mean, I'm saying it out to the, people in the world, like uplift your friends, uplift your friends. Even if you feel some type of way about yourself, you uplifting somebody else does come back to you. It's like a ricochet. Somebody like my mom asked me today, which was the craziest thing. My mom asked me today, she does line dancing. And she said, I go to line dance and I'm learning all these new dances. And because she goes and travels to other states and stuff like that. She was like, Casey, how do you build confidence? And it was and it kind of like, was like, what, Mom? Like, you know
How
what I
don't
mean?
you know
Like,
this?
it was funny that my mother asked me, how do I build confidence? I said, Mom, I don't know how you build it, but what I will say is that where I think it starts from is you doing you unapologetically. With us, we do us unapologetically. Yes, we get on each other's nerves. Yes, we say some outlandish shit. But at the end of the day, what's rooted in our friendship is love. You know, it's really rooted in love, and I can say that 100%. You going to the bathroom? Do you need to? It's like, okay, bye, girl. It's just, okay. It's like, do we need to pause? Are we good? We keep going. Okay. I was like, I didn't know how that works.
No, she can come back.
Okay, I
She'll
didn't know.
come back.
I didn't know how that works. You know, it's podcasting.
But
Go ahead.
But that's like we home on the couch. It's fine. She'll be
Right.
right. She'll be back.
Yeah,
But I agree with that. I agree exactly what you said. And y'all get part of us. Y'all, if you ever get a chance to experience this crew, you'll see what we talk about. But yeah, we definitely celebrate. And remember that lady, the old lady at the rodeo?
Oh
She
my
said we were
God,
the
the old
first
lady
ones
at the
that-
rodeo.
She looked so cute. She had on this
She was like
cowboy hat,
silver.
sparkly cowgirl fit. She was so cute. She's like, y'all the first ones that stopped me. Well, everybody else has, but y'all the first. She's like, y'all the first black women, and this rodeo's full of black people to stop me and tell me that I look beautiful. And the rest of them just look at me and want to record me, but they never come to me and say anything to me. And she's like, y'all the first one to stop me. And she's like, I really appreciate that. And I really feel the love from y'all. I'm like, that's what we do.
Well, more so like how she loved on us. You know
She
what
loved
I
on
mean?
us too.
Like, she
but
loved
that's,
on
but
us.
that, but you know, that's just
That's a
just
different
black.
generation. That's a different generation for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like this generation is definitely, you know, it's social media. Social media has ruined everything. I mean, it's been the best part of it. Like it's a double-edged sword, right?
It is a double-edged sword.
It's like, yeah, we want to post our pictures, and yeah, you know, we got our filters. Yes, we want to see it. It is a
But
great
people don't know how to
thing.
communicate and like
They
be
don't know how
real
to
in person.
communicate.
Their online persona is what they try to present to the world, and it's like, baby, that's not the life you live, really.
Not the life.
That's
you
not the
live.
life that
Not
you
the
actually. That's the life you
live.
present to us, but that's not the life you live.
So do
And
you? So okay. So my next question is: do you have any close friends that have children, and how do you deal with that?
I do.
I do too. I do too. But we talking about sisterhood. It's the tribe, right?
Brianna's here for a good time, not a long time.
But I can't wait to be an auntie. Let me be clear about that. I can't wait to be an auntie. But
Auntie
I don't
Bree?
want I don't want
Auntie
no
Bree?
children. I don't want no man with children.
Because you know they said it takes a tribe, and I personally grew up like y'all grew
But
up.
I want to give them back though when I'm done with them.
Yes, y'all grew up with like brothers and stuff like that. I grew up with all women. My brother was the only dude. My brother and my cousin was the only boys. We grew up with women. And it, you know, like having friends with children reminded me of like, you know, the aunties, you know what I mean, that came through the house that wasn't really blood related, but they were like mom's best friend or like somebody they grew up in school with. And I look at my friends now that have children and I see them like, oh, they look so cute, but yeah, keep them away from me sometimes. There's some of them that I really love, but there's some of them I don't like. I'm not afraid to say it. Like, it's like I'm not
And
gonna
your
say
friends
it.
gonna watch this and be like, so is it my child you don't like, bitch? Or
I'm gonna
whose
say
child
take
you
it
don't
for
like?
interpretation. Do you know your child? Take it up for interpretation. That's it. So how do you go? You said you have kids. How do you deal with your?
So my best friend since high school, like since freshman year, 2005, right? She has a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and we good. Like she comes to California and visits. She came for Thanksgiving. We have fun. She still acts like she's not. She don't have a kid, so she still party. You know what I'm saying? We still go out. And then my other friend who just recently delivered her baby, I was her doula. We don't go out as much, but it's more centered around the kids. So like, I guess it don't really matter to me because I'll take the baby anywhere. Like when I have kids, y'all gonna see me. And when I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be in the club with y'all. Like I don't care. Like that don't.
Wait,
that
you
don't
gonna be
mean
rubbing
nothing
your
to me.
belly in the club?
Right there.
Not
jamming
rubbing your
out.
belly in the club,
Jamming out.
Alicia.
And
Not
once I have
rubbing
my
your
baby,
belly.
when we go out to dinner, baby gonna be there. Like as long as the baby's fine, like we should be able to chill. Why Bree make that face though? She said,
Nigga,
"Don't
you
bring
got
that baby
friends with kids?
everywhere."
Don't bring that baby
That you
everywhere.
deal with?
I'm not.
I love kids, but don't bring them everywhere. Keep the little nigga at home.
I'm not a kid ass bitch.
You not a kid ass
Keep them
bitch?
babies away from Shmi.
Not keep the babies away from
She treat
Shmi.
baby like they a virus. She like baby.
She gonna be the main one. When I have kids, she gonna be like, "Oh my
Baby,
God,
that baby
Auntie Nikki."
that baby was crying on a plane. This bitch, Shut them up.
Away from Shmi.
I enjoyed having y'all on this episode. The biggest thing about, sisterhood for me is, my friends and my other friends, around the world and the nation and all my girls that I love. But I wanted to wrap it up with saying is, if you had to leave a message to your past sis, little Bree, little Ellen, little Nikki, what would you say?
Okay, I gotta go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to be agreeable to everybody. Everybody don't have to like you. Literally. And that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brianna?
Know yourself. Know your worth.
Ooh, that's nice. Nakieta?
Yes.
Take your time.
That's
Take
good.
your time. As in not what is up with the trending latest, not what everybody's talking about, not what you think you should be doing, what everybody else is doing. Take your time, move at your pace.
Yep.
Because what's for you at that time will be for you at that time. What that person got was for them, for their time. Shout out to them. But it wasn't your time. So if you're rushing it and you get something, it might not even be what you want because we change our minds. And where some things that we think we wanted and we wonder why the universe did not give it to us, later we'd be like, I'm so happy I didn't get that because I don't even want that. That wasn't even for me. I thought it was with men, with things, cars, anything. Take your time. The universe knows what you want. It hears you. It feels you. It will give you what you need at the time it's supposed to give it to you, even if we don't understand why we're not getting it. We want it so bad. Probably because you shouldn't have it and you're going to get something else and realize, that's what I needed. I'm glad I waited. Take your time. That's what I would tell.
I would say to little Casey that you are enough. You are worthy. You're beautiful. You're strong. And you will make everything happen that you have set your mind to because that's what you've been doing. So I want to thank you ladies for joining.
Thank you.
And Daz It Daz
Daz
All.
All.
Cheers. Cheers.
Fuck them kids.
Fucking kids.
Suck some dick. Swallow.
Daz It Daz All is written by me, Casey Carnage, and produced by myself and Rick Barrio Dill. Executive producer is Duff Ferguson. Our senior producer is Sabrina Seward. Associate producer, Bree Corey. Audio and video engineering and studio facilities provided by Slap Studios LA with distribution through our collective for social progress and cultural expression, Slap the Network. If you have any ideas for a show you want to hear or see, please email us at info@slapthepower.com. And as always, go to dazitdazall.com and sign up there to make sure you will never miss a thing. See you next show.